right, good morning, traders. It's a bit of an ugly market. The SPY is going to be gapping down at open here, all the way down to this 412 area. I would say we may be pulling back some more. Yeah. And you can see that's exactly as I've been saying for a while here. People are starting to come out and talk about the dollar losing its reserve currency status. Let's see. Let's check the U.S. bond yields and see what they are at. Yep. Bond yields up a little bit. So that's not good. It's not good for the stock market. Yeah, bond yields are on an uptrend, so market dropping, plus more people talking about what the feds are doing and how it's insane, basically. Good morning, Elvis. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm a little skeptical at market open here to touch anything, because we are gonna be open in red here on the SPY. And if I think we're going to see a sell-off. I think we're going to see a pretty nice sell-off here today. I'm gonna have to probably get out of my swing trade. It's back down to this trend line, but if the market opens up and starts dropping, be in trouble. How's a QQQ look? Yeah, QQQ probably gonna drop down to this 100-day moving average. So yeah, I'm not touching anything out the gate. I want to wait and see which way that we turn things here, because this first 30 minutes is gonna be pretty crazy. I've got a few things on my watch list. CERC has a FDA fast track designation. It's gapped up some, just kind of moving sideways a little bit. Virgin Galactic, this actually sold off. This is pretty bearish. Probably possibly could see some buying come in, maybe. See, it's at 1480. It's going to gap down hard. Yeah, we got a lot of selling here, and I'm actually just going to take Virgin Galactic off, because I don't want to touch that either. This is a SPAC. Ginkgo Bioworks is going to merge with SRNG. Don't know anything about Ginkgo, but it did get a little bit of attention, so we'll keep it on watch. PTIX is currently over all the trend lines. This is going to gap up to 4. This may be a gap and go. This may be a decent play. Because it's going to gap up above all indicators. It's pretty low float. Good morning, One Life. So this is going to, may try to do it here in pre-market. Looks like it's going to come real close to testing the pre-market. Mara selling off. Well, a bunch of the cryptos had a good drop too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Intech either. I am keeping LEDS on watch because it is in this triangle on the daily. Still bullish above all indicators, so you could see it get a bounce. It just doesn't have any volume right now. But other than that, I'm not particularly seeing much. Yeah, One Life must have, you must be thinking the same thing. It's going to be some fireworks here at market open. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for getting out of some of those cryptos. There was a lot of them that cracked trend lines. They're big uptrend lines yesterday, and there's some that are still. Oh yeah, there's the ICP. Yeah, there's some that's up. But a lot of them are down. Silver, you said silver dropped? I mean, silver is, you know, I'm not seeing silver drops. On TradingView, it's showing 2702, 2720. Let me see if that's right. Make sure I'm using the right chart. Because I know we were talking about that last night. Yeah, spot price, silver's up to, yeah, silver's over 27 still. It's still good. I don't think APMEX is wrong, buddy. I'm not sure exactly what you're looking at, but this is straight from APMEX. Where are you getting that from? Because I'm getting it straight off of APMEX, and APMEX is going to be up to date. I mean, they literally sell the silver. I mean, I've got it on this chart at 27.23, and I've got it here on APMEX at 27.34. Oh, don't look at Yahoo Finance for that. That Yahoo Finance is maybe a little bit behind. The best thing to do is look directly at the exchanges, because the exchanges will tell you. See right here, Money Metals 27.33. Like they're selling it. They're selling it to people, so they have to keep the spot price accurate at all times. So I wouldn't trust Yahoo Finance, because this is two trusted sites and TradingView's chart on silver, and all three of them are showing over 27. These are behind. Trading View is real time. I don't think they're. I don't think, and especially Money Metals and AdMex. I don't think they're behind. I'm telling you, I do not think what you're getting is accurate. Yeah, see right here, Monarch's live spot prices, $27.40 an ounce. Kitco, they're another one that keeps it live, $27.23 for the bid, $27.34 at the ask. So I don't. All these are live too, so I don't know. I just telling you, I don't think Yahoo Finance is right. What's silver? What's the silver future ticker for? I believe you, Yahoo Finance says that, but I'm just telling you. I just showed you 5 different resources that all say otherwise. I wouldn't be. Hold on, let's see. Silvergate Capital Corp. Let me just put in silver, see if it pops up. No, that ain't gonna work. SIL. No, that's not it either. Yeah, I was gonna say, man. There's no way that many sites are wrong. And Yahoo Finance is right. But even if silver was down to 25, I still wouldn't care. It'd be fine at 25. I'm going to put that silver video out for you guys today after the stream. It's recorded. I just got to edit it. I had to re-record it yesterday. Yeah, UVXY, yeah, the inverse ETF. Yeah, you can see it's climbing. It's going to be gapping up. How's the market coming out? This is going to be interesting to see where the market comes out at. I really don't think it's going to rebound. I would be surprised if it rebounds here. Today, anyway. PTIX getting rejected. This is this is about the only play that I'm liking at the moment, but like I said, we'll see. 294. This is going to be coming out right at the current moment, right at 295. Well, inflation is already here. I can tell you that for sure. The Fed, the number that the Fed uses for inflation is not it's a number that is basically a pillow for everybody's heads to rest on. It's not the real number. They don't they don't calculate several other things because they don't like to scare people. But inflation is already probably at 3 or 4%, maybe 2.5 at the lowest, but it's definitely at 2.5. The silver mining stocks, if the market crashes, I don't know. Cause here's the thing. Like I was saying last night on the crypto live stream trading, I think we're going to get this market crash soon that I've been calling for since last year in December, or maybe it was November. I don't know. I've been calling for it for a while. I mean, if the whole market crashes, most of the stocks are going to go down. Gold probably will go down a little bit. Silver may take a dip as far as the stocks. But then when people realize that the market is crashing, I think a lot of people will run the cryptos and cause another big bull run, and then the crypto overhype bubble will pop, and then everybody will run into silver and gold and push those up like crazy. But we'll see if the market looking at the SPY right now, if the market does not rebound today or tomorrow, we could start seeing the crash finally. I mean, this is so overinflated. Like, this is a huge bubble. Now, if it does crash, it probably will only pull back to this 300 to 280 back down here on this trend line. And then it also has that area at 259. We could definitely see a pullback to that 300 area if the market really falls out. And then if it doesn't rebound from there, then it's sayonara. It's so long. We'll see the market. If it drops any lower than that, you're gonna see the market just tank. There's a possibility. I don't know. The Feds are still buying everything, so if the market can hold up, or at least not drop too much, I think silver mining stocks will be fine. But there's just a lot of nuances this time between all the markets. Like all the stuff I've been talking about, the money printing, all of that, it's really hard to tell what is going to happen. So I'm just trying to make my best guess. But from what I've been hearing, institutional investors and stuff are not liking the value of stocks right now, so they're starting to pull money. And a perfect example, I'm trying to think of what a good example would be. So like MNDO is one I've been holding for a long time. It's up at $3. Well, the dividend per year is 26 cents. When it was back at $2, that was like a 10% dividend, a little bit over 10%. Now that the price of this is all the way up at $3, it's like a 9% dividend. And if MNDO continues to go up and doesn't raise their dividend, then it's not going to be quite worth it to hold if you're only getting a 1 or 2% dividend yield. And we're seeing that across the market on a lot of dividend stocks. They're overvalued, and it's not worth it to buy them at these prices when the dividend payments are not worth it to hold the stock. So everything has been super inflated, overvalued, and when you're not incentivizing people to hold stocks anymore, that's a problem. Especially in the sketchy market like we've been in. Good morning, Jamie. Yeah, I'd still be careful. NIO is at some lower prices, but NIO, if the market keeps crashing, I mean, right now NIO is bearish. It's going to gap down. It's going to be at 31. There is some support in that 30 area, but if it cracks that 30, it's going to come all the way down to 20. And if the market sells off, and all it has to do to crack is crack this bottom right here, 32.20. So I'd be a little careful. I don't know if I'd jump in there and buy it right at these prices, but that's up to you. I mean, it could turn around and go back up. They do have some good PR. I think. Let's see. Well, I don't know. It's not. It's not great PR. It's not really bad PR either. It's just kind of meh. I mean, them getting NIO getting their sedan deliveries out will help this stock for sure. But like I said, the overall thing right now is the big market. Man, look how bloody it is already in pre-market. There is some mixed green in there, but all the stocks are going to depend on what the overall market starts to do here at open. Like I said, if we start selling off, I'd be careful. All right, before we, I mean, just keep an eye on it. It's worth keeping an eye on because it is at low prices at the moment, but they could be lower. That's my big concern right now with anything is if we do start seeing some type of correction, everything's going to drop. All right, guys, we got 2.5 minutes. I'll be right back. I'll take a quick little breather before we start the stream or before we start the trades. I like REITs all the time. If the market crashes and REITs are cheap again like they were back last year in March, buy up all the REITs because real estate isn't going anywhere. No, don't just buy up all the REITs. Don't do that. But definitely keep an eye on REITs. Right now, they're probably all overinflated too, so that's what I'm saying. Everything I'd kind of wait for to kind of see what it does. Because, like, if the whole entire market starts dropping and we drop down to 370, 360, anything like that, you're going to see some massive pullbacks on some stocks. It's going to be some good buying opportunities unless we actually get the big crash that I've been talking about and it comes way back down into the trend line. Then you're going to get some really good deals. So, no reason to force anything right now. If everything crashes, that's good. That's just a buying opportunity for us to get discount prices. But, yeah. Just want to be cautious right now. That's all I'm saying. But I love REITs personally. They're they're required by law to pay out 90% of their profits to their shareholders, so you get some big dividend payments with REITs. Ticker symbol O is one of my favorites. They pay they pay a monthly dividend. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna take this break real quick before we start. All right. Real quick, I have a list of REITs. I'm gonna check and just see what they're doing. Let's see. PTIX did break over that pre-market high. Going to my 4-hour. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of like PTIX here. I'll give it some time. Because we've not been seeing big breakouts at market open. We see a little test and then they come back down. Yeah. That $4 area is a tough area. I think we got to come back down some and test. Consolidate and then retest. Let's see. Where's my REITs? There we go. Yeah, so all the REITs are down too. But that's the thing. Anytime the market crashes, just expect mostly everything to go down. Yeah, all the REITs are selling off. This could be some interesting prices depending on where the SPY finally lands at. You can see, looks like the SPY may be coming down some more. If it cracks 411, then I would expect a very nasty pullback. going here. It's starting to move back up. I'm going to take a shot on it. Ooh, I should have waited 30 seconds. This 5-minute candle's fixing to close. Needs to close over 4. If it closes over the 4, I think we'll keep moving here. I was selling at 412 for some reason. So we are getting buyers trying to hold up 4. They need to stay in there. Need to break over this. There we go. Oh, damn, we were very close to breaking over 412. Needs to break over 412 extremely soon. I'll hold that $4 support, so this may end up being one of those little fake outs. It may have got me. Thought if we could hold 4 there, it would be alright, but it's not being. Getting very close to having to hop out here. Trying its best to hold 4. A little bit of indecision here. Don't. If this drops much more, this is gonna be it. Oh God, big sell-off here. Should be support though right here in this 375. Spy cracking maybe. God, just going straight down. This is ridiculous. That's what I was worried about. I knew I should have jumped in that early. Trying to wait for this candle to close, but I'm getting ate up by doing this. I should have been out of this earlier. As soon as it cracked 4, I should have got out. This would have been a small loss. Wouldn't have been that big a deal, but just wasn't expecting this hard of a pullback. Especially because we broke that pre-market high. I mean, BOXL is moving up. I'll take a look at it in a second. I'm trying to give this half a second to see if it's going to come back up here. At least get back above at 375. Oh God, this is just dumping. Yep, should have waited. Should have waited. Big mistake. If this does not come back up, try to give it, because I'm already down here, I'm going to try to give it 350 a chance to hold, but let's put a stop loss real quick. See if it can hold up. You guys are talking about Cirque. Yeah, it's getting some nice volume right out the gate. Look at that nice U-shaped break it's trying to break, but I would be cautious after seeing PTIX dump like that. You may have a downtrend started right there if it doesn't push up over it. It is above all indicators. You got in at 3? Well, if you're in at 3, you're alright. So real quick, I want to look at BOXL, because Boxlight slowly climbing but running into a lot of resistance. This is good PR, them joining Google Cloud Partner Advantage, but Boxlight's one of those ones that sometimes it rips and then sometimes it doesn't. Like sometimes it'll come out with good PR and have a nice move, and then sometimes it'll come out with good PR and just not do anything. I mean, at the moment it is slowly getting bought up. But like I said, you're running into a lot of resistance right through here. From 230 up to 250 is all resistance. So pretty heavy there. I'm about to get stopped out on PTIX. Super close. Yeah, I got stopped out there. That was a stupid trade. I said it right before pre-market open that it was probably going to make a quick little pop and then pull back. That was really dumb on my part. Yeah, it looks like you do have this downtrend line here forming. Good morning, Brian. I don't trust anything right now. Be honest with you, this is already. Yeah, Circ getting rejected there. The SPY is coming back up. That's the thing. That's the thing. See, I thought without the SPY dipping. I mean, PTIX just sold off just off of pure rejection. It was a big dump. Yeah, well, yeah, Scott, it's a choppy market for sure. Circ may be a play, but it also is a little bit higher in float, and it's just fast track designation. It's not the best PR in the world. But it does have good volume. A lot of buy-in volume has come in so far. I can probably get 30. I think in this market, you got to be buying close to support. Like, Jamie, your entry at $3 is a pretty good entry close to that support level. Trying to buy at these breakouts is just getting me slaughtered. I got to stop doing that. In this choppy market, anyway. Breaking through 325. Nice little curl on the 1 minute up to this 330 area. Still looking a little bit sketchy here. LEDS getting a little bounce off the bottom of that trend line. My trend line's a little crooked. Yeah, 30 seconds on this 5 minute candle to close. You can see right here in this last 30 seconds pulling back again. See how far it pulls back. Got out at 323, not a bad idea. It is getting rejected here. Oh, NTEC got halted. I had NTC on my watch list and I took it off. They got halted at this downtrend. So I would expect a pullback. Well, it depends. If it gaps above the downtrend out of this halt, it could try to run a 6, but that 200 day is going to be a tough area. But that would be a pretty decent run there. Circ back down still. When did I get halted? Oh, it just got unhalted. Yeah, getting pushed down at the trend line, even though it got halted on the way up. Starts to push back up. Let me try to jump in a couple of shares. Oh shit, let's see. Starting to break out here. I got 10 shares in there before it got too high. Trying to break this downtrend. I know I got enough for some more. There we go. There we go. It's a little bit better entry. 5 is trying to hold a support while it's testing this downtrend. If it doesn't break its downtrend soon, though, it's going to sell off. It's trying to hold 5. There are some buyers sitting at 5. That should get new buyers in here, but yeah, a big buyer just came in at 508 and 155. He's taken out now, but oh, it's trying so hard to break here. It's trying so hard. So if we do break that, we got room up to 550, and then the pre-market high is at 568. But it's got to break this trend line here. In GGI, I'm not familiar with that right off the top of my head. I've heard a little bit about it, I think. Yeah, this has got to break right here in the next minute. If this starts coming back down anymore, we do not want it testing 5 anymore. See if 5 is trying to hold up a support on the 1 minute. We need it testing to break this downtrend. But I'll have to check out GGI here in a second. This give me a few minutes. If you got any ticker symbols or anything you want me to check out that aren't immediately like day trades that you're looking at, just save them till I'm done with the trade, so that way I can address them and not forget about them, because I get easily distracted, and while I'm in this little sketchy area of this trade. Looking good here though, like we might get, yeah, here we go. See, some selling at 525. Gotta break, there we go, there we go. Nice little movement up. Now see if it can explode again and get halted again. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a second halt on this. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So we're still not in the clear yet. I thought we were, but all of a sudden having a little sell-off after hitting that 525. 510's trying to hold a support now though. This is getting very close to being a failed breakout. We are still getting good buying in though. If it doesn't break out on this next candle, then I think we're going to see a pullback, especially with that ugly tail on this one. $5.15 acting as a little resistance now. But welcome to all the new traders who are in the chat today. Appreciate you guys joining. It's a lot of indecision here. Got this little downtrend, but it looks like it's probably going to break that. A lot of indecision. Oops. Whoa, come on. This market. Yeah. Getting the rejection there. I'm about to hop out of this. This is getting So tried so hard to break out, just couldn't do it. See if it can find support here at 480 and then maybe curl up. No, it's not. It's not even doing that. Okay, alright. I'm just getting out. I'm about to hop out. This is ridiculous. Guys, we are in a scalper's market. If you are a scalper, this market is prime for you to get these quick little pops and get out. But we are not even close to a breakout market. I mean, we've seen. I mean, the stocks when they're failing these breakouts, they're not even failing easy. They're just are slowly falling or anything from it. They just are just getting destroyed when they get rejected. So I would say it's time to switch to a scalping strategy. Although honestly, any time's a good time for a scalping strategy. Good God, these rejections are brutal. Let's see, we got a bit of a trend. Well, let's crack the trend line. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is the trend line, the uptrend there. But after that, after cracking 5 and all that hard, it's not looking good. Yeah, I'm going to a scalping strategy for the rest of this time. I'm going to a scalping strategy for the rest of the week, maybe the rest of the month, until we see something change. Because I can't keep doing this with trying to play these breakouts and getting ate up. You gotta switch it up. That's the crazy thing too. The SPY's not even dropping right now. The SPY's going up, and we're getting these harsh pullbacks on stuff. PTIX slowly starting to try to come back up. Oh yeah, coming all the way back down to this trend line. Either scalping or bounces. Like that's the two things we gotta look for. Like the bounce off of this 450 area, that was a good area to try to get in at. But buying up at the top of these resistances right now for these breakouts is not working at all. It's too sketchy. So you got to be buying in at support. Let's see. All the love in swing trading. Yeah, I don't know where the love's at. The stock market's not showing much of love. Let's see this. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. The SPY's going up, but yet most, like 80% of the stocks right now are red. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Okay, market. Oh my God, what is going on? This is insanity. What the? Oh yeah, the QQQ is going up too. All right, that makes a lot of sense. This all makes so much sense. See, this is the reason why I'm so against the feds interfering with things, because they constantly, and I'm not blaming the feds for my bad trading, because this today is just bad trading on my part. I'm not in, so it was in tech. That's what I was in, but they're manipulating the market so bad. It's making things weird and wonky. It's been weird and wonky for months now. Yes, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The spy coming up and the market being red this doesn't make much sense. That's why, that's why I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, the spy could drop still. I mean, it's not like it's bullish right now. It's still under, the 9-day EMA. It's just kind of floating right now. But the fact that it's pushing up and all this is red is really strange. This should start turning green. Okay, there's some that are starting to turn green a little bit. If the market continues to push up and this all don't start turning green, then something's wrong. Or maybe not something's wrong, but there's an issue. Oh my God, yeah, this is about to crack too. Now see, here would be a decent area. If you buy here at the support of this trend line, like at 450, then you can put your nice little simple stop loss at 440 right below that, and you got a good entry and you got a tight stop loss, and you can see if this is going to bounce. That's the type of plays that you want to look for. You get into 450, see it consolidate back up to 5, and then get out with that 50 cents. That's the type of moves we're going to have to look for, but this is choppy. This might be the choppiest day we've had yet. Yeah, but One Life, when I looked at it this morning, when I showed it, you can go back and look at the footage. When I showed this earlier, when the market was dropping, there was some green. There was some bright red, but there was some green. Now there's more red than there was. It's not bright red. But the SPY, it was moving up. Now we got a doji here, though. The SPY is probably going to turn back around now at this point. We'll probably see it start to sell off. But this market watch is going to be off of the opens, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's just a choppy market. I'm just frustrated because of how choppy it's been. And more frustrated with myself because I keep doing the same thing, trying to buy at resistance lines and for these breakouts, and I should know by now they're not working that well. Got a 5-cent spread on this thing. 445. I'm just gonna throw a little stop loss in here under the trend line there. If it holds up, it holds up. Okay, GGII. This is one of them really low penny stocks. This is more in John's area of expertise, but it is getting a nice move from a penny to over a penny and a half. It's like a 75% gain. You can see John's strategy: buy on the ones. If you'd have bought on the ones like his strategy teaches, you could have got this at a penny and then sold it up here a penny and a half for a pretty nice gain. I may go if the OTC market's hot. I may start trading. I may start day trading OTCs because there's a higher markets. These mid caps and stuff, they're just ridiculous right now. Let's see. PRPO. Not much there. Got a couple of just random stocks that went straight up with very little volume. There's DDD that Jamie was talking about. Nice pop out of this little U-shape in pre-market, break of $20 at market open. So there's a few things ripping, just not where we're at. That's more of a mid cap. So that's interesting. OTC is where the big money's at. Well, I mean, technically, I mean, what's our top gainer here? Our top gainer here is like 13 cents. Let me do an OTC scan and we'll see what the top gainer is there. Yeah, look at there. 324%, 145%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 75%, 50%, 41%, a bunch of 30%. So I know you're probably being a smart ass one life saying that that's where the big money is, because I know you don't believe that. But looking at these scans here, there's nothing on that. I don't even know how that's 100%. Let's see. Yeah, it just went from, that's a money doubler right there. You get in at 0.001, it jumps up to 0.002, you double your money. But that's an ugly chart pattern, though. It's not something I would really look at trading, but these OTC stocks are weird, man. Especially these cheap ones. See, LEDS may start coming back up here soon. I would keep an eye on LEDS for a possible play. Intech still holding. Now this is a better look at OTC. This is something I would trade. And this went from less than a penny to 3 cents. So that's the 300% gainer right there. That right there is a count tripler or quadrupler off that little move. Yeah, 375%. 40 million in volume. More volume than most everything on the charts. You gotta be high to trade them. Well, the one that's 375% is absolutely tradable. I mean, that's a nice fluid chart. There's nothing wrong with that. Those other ones were ugly, but, you know, that right there is a little triangle. Got a little U-shape right there. Got another little U-shape right there. So, I mean, this is a healthy movement on a stock. Just because it's in the OTC and it's cheap doesn't mean that you can't make money off of it. But to each their own, you know. Well, this would have been an easy move to catch. You see it's the buying start to come in, and you follow John's strategy of buying on the ones. You see the volume come in, you buy at a penny, and then it triples. That's literally John's strategy. Find the OTC stocks that have volume. Look and see if they're going to hit on a one. If they hit on a one, he buys it. I'm sure he probably might even traded this morning. Getting in at a penny. Boom, big rip up. They are risky. Or the OTC market. Well, I don't know, man. OTC gets such a bad rep, but that's the thing. Like, you guys are knocking OTC, but there are big companies in the OTC markets. I mean, what is that one? There's a big Asian. A lot of the Asian companies like Tencent Holdings. Tencent Holdings is not an OTC. Is it not a little company? Tencent Holdings is a big company. I remember their ticker symbol. I'll look it up real quick. Because I can't remember the exact ticker symbol. Tencent Holdings. Yeah, TCZTF. So this is Tencent. No, that's not it. Let's see. TCTZF. There we go. So this is in the OTC markets, but Tencent is at $75. And this is a Chinese multinational technology conglomerate, and they hold a bunch of different things, but their revenue is $482 billion a year. So just because it's in the OTC market doesn't mean that it's a bad stock or a bad company. Now down in those little cheap penny stocks, those are not great companies, but there's companies on the OTCs that are not. I think it's something you gotta look at. Like I said, a lot of foreign stocks are on the OTC market. Yeah, everybody's seen Wolf of Wall Street. Well, listen, you if you don't think that China is pushing right now to overtake the U.S. as the world power, you are sorely mistaken. And more than likely, China is going to take over as the dominant currency. The U.S. dollar is probably not going to be the world reserve currency anymore. It's probably going to be China. If you go and look at what China is doing, they are already set up, and they are selling packages basically to other countries with all this technology that they've made to run economies and stuff with. So if all of these other countries start embracing China's packages and the whole dynamic economics change, the Chinese stock market's going to be hot, and the U.S. stock market's going to go down. One Life, Tencent Holdings is not a shell company. It's not a shell company whatsoever. Tencent Holdings has a lot of different things, including gaming, and they make billions a year. That's a big company. I didn't just glance at Tencent. I've been watching Tencent Holdings for a year. Plus, Planet 13's on the OTC market. Nothing wrong with Planet 13. Yeah, see, Planet 13 on its nice uptrend. trade those 0.000001. I didn't see any of those with volume. But don't, if you're a new investor or you're not that familiar with the OTC markets, don't let the OTC markets scare you away. There are plenty of good foreign companies in the OTC markets, and if the U.S. stock market crashes, these foreign markets are going to benefit from that crash. So diversifying into some foreign stocks is not a terrible idea. I have a mining company that's a Russian company that I'm holding. That's not bad advice. I'm telling you, you don't. When life you're pulling a DB right now, you don't know much about the OTC markets other than what you've heard. You've not actually done the research, so don't try to counter it unless you've dug into it. I have I've been researching OTC stocks and I've traded OTC stocks since I started 7 years ago. No. Aurora Cannabis was on the OTC markets, and Aurora Cannabis is now on the NASDAQ. Pot companies, new tech startups, small biofarm companies working for breakthroughs. There's a lot of things on the OTC markets that start there, and then they uplist the NASDAQ. That's what I'm looking at on Intech. I'm looking for it to curl back up if it can here. Trying to hold this trend line. Now, I'm not saying go and buy any OTC stock. What I'm saying is there are some good ones on the OTC markets. Just because it's OTC does not mean that it's a bad company. Now down in those 0 areas, those are going to be real sketchy. But I'm just talking about in general. There's plenty of good foreign companies. There's uh, good American companies too that are on the OTCs. See, DDD looks like it's kind of found the head. Ooh, yeah, the spies look. Yeah. Spies getting real close to selling off. I'd say if it drops below that 413, we're going to see a sell off here. There's a lot of support in that area trying to hold, but that's very close to cracking. One, one life, you were making a blanket statement. This is not arguable. There are good companies, 10 Cent Holdings, unless you've done your research on 10 Cent. You are blanketing all the OTC market as one, and you are giving wrong information. That is wrong. OTC is not a some OTC, yes, but not all OTC market stocks are bad. Like Like, I'm telling you, you're not. I'm just telling you guys. You don't have to believe me, but. Well, that's not my problem. If you don't do your due diligence after I've been screaming, do your due diligence for 2 years straight, then you get what you get, you know? Like, people need to do their due diligence. If they can't do their due diligence, then they're going to lose every time in the stock market, and they're going to not make it in the stock market. They're going to just keep losing all their money. Got to do your research. What percentage? What do you mean, what percentage? Now look there, SPY cracked hard just now. Like I said, it looked like it was going to crack down to 412. Probably going to crack that 412 again. I wouldn't be surprised to see any NTEC dump here. Volume's completely died off of this too. I don't know, I'll probably get out of it soon if it doesn't start doing anything. KSO, random jump. ISNS testing this uptrend at the moment. I have been repping the OTC stocks in the video that I talk about, or in videos that I talk about. The kits.com video I just released, that's an OTC stock, but they're Canadian. They're not a penny stock. They're around $7, or they were. I don't know what it is at this moment. But they're $1 million. They're $1 million revenue generating company. They're only on the OTC markets because the company's from Canada. But I went into their website. I went into the numbers, all that stuff. Anytime I put a stock out, OTC or not, I go into the numbers, the balance sheet, look for anything interesting. How's kits.com's earnings? Their earnings are great. Go check in the kits. If you don't believe me, go look at the numbers. I did it in the video. They're in the video. They're generating millions. They have a subscription-based online business. They have no brick and mortar stores, so they have no overhead cost of that. All they have is the cost of making the product. They're scaling up their manufacturing to put out. They're currently putting out 2,000 pairs of glasses a day. They're going to scale up to 10,000 a day. Like I said in that video, that's a lot of revenue. Here, let's see where it's at. Let's see where Kits is at. Big drop today, but not that big of a drop in comparison. I mean, it was at 684. It's dropped to 650. It's dropped 30 cents. But it just doesn't have a lot of volume because it just got on the OTC markets in the U.S. Like, it just came out April 7th. So, I mean, this is it. Somebody sold 2,000 shares and it dropped 30 cents. That's because this is a new company on the OTCs. Nobody hardly knows about this company yet. The more exposure they start getting, the more that this company will go up. KTYCF. So I'm saying you gotta do the due diligence. There's nothing to look at on this chart. It's only been out on the OTC markets for a month. I mean, it's barely gotten any volume because nobody's aware of it. That's why the company is reaching out to YouTubers like me to get the word out about them. They're not trying to pump their stock. It's not even pumped right now. But it is very low float, so it doesn't take much to move it. If more people start finding out about kits and more people start buying it, then it's going to go up. But just looking at the chart on this is not going to be able to tell you anything. You have to actually go do the research. Like you only have a month to look at. You don't know if I'm holding any. You know how many accounts I have, Jamie? I have a bunch of accounts. My OTC stocks are on my Fidelity account. But no, honestly, I am not holding any kits yet because it's hard to get in it right now. Actually today the bid and ask is really close. For a couple of days there, the ask was insane. Yeah, the ask was 100, so there's like no way to get in there. But I'm probably gonna pick some up at this price. I'm not telling anybody to go buy kits. What I'm saying right now is go do your research on an OTC stock or OTCs in general before you start throwing dirt on the whole entire OTC market. Because there's different levels of the OTC markets. It's not just the OTC market. There's like 4 levels. Yes, they have earning. What life? Go watch the video. You can see the revenue that they've been making. Watch the video. If you watch the video, you would know this already. I wouldn't have to be telling you this. You can't look at the chart and assume that they don't have earnings. The company just didn't start out yesterday. They've been in Canada growing their revenues for the last few years, and they've extended into the United States. They are a successful company. Just because they're on the OTC markets and have only been on there for a month doesn't mean anything. They've been around for years. They've got revenues. They've increased revenues year over year, quarter over quarter, non-stop. So, and look at that, another big sharp crack on another stock, NTEC, cracking down there. But the SPY cracked pretty hard there, coming down. Looks like we're gonna get a sell-off. Looks like we might get a pretty nasty crash today on the markets. I know earnings are different from revenue, but I'm just saying you can go and find the earnings. Go do the research. You go find their earnings and then tell me what they are. You do the research. Before you pass judgment on a stock or anything, you do the research. If you're going to pass judgment without even doing the research, then that's useless judgment because you're not backing it with anything. You're just saying it. So go do the research. You tell me what the earnings are. If you go research KTCYF, kits.com, and you come back and tell me that it's a garbage company, then I'll believe you. But I'm not just going to take your word when you've done no research. I literally just researched that company last week. So it's still fresh on my mind. You're crazy. You're crazy if you think they don't have earnings. Of course they're not going to have EPS in the OTC right now. They've only been on the market for a month. So yeah, the earnings per share is not going to be anything because it doesn't exist yet. But if you go look at it on the Canadian Stock Exchange, you will see the earnings per share there because it's been on the Canadian Stock Exchange for a couple of years now. Because one life, go do the research. Stop looking at the chart, use your brain, and go do the research. You're smarter than this. You're a moderator for a reason. You're blanketing OTC stocks. I'm not saying that, like, I don't understand that. Like, just come to an agreement with me. That I'm willing to say that a lot of the OTC market is garbage. I said that for a long time. But I have also continuously said that not all our OTC stocks are garbage. So come to that agreement with me. That most of them are garbage, especially down in those 0-0 areas. But not all OTC companies are garbage. Yeah, but I don't remember the earnings right off the top of my head. I've researched 50 different stocks and cryptos a week. You think I remember each one detail for detail what the earnings, the EPS is? And EPS is something I don't even look at. I don't care about the earnings per share. EPS and earnings, that's just to make shareholders feel good about them holding their shares. The real numbers that move companies are the profit and the debt. So total assets versus total liabilities. It's very easy common sense. If a company is running their company good financially and has high assets and low debt, that's a good company. That's pretty simple. They're being ran financially well. That's all you need to really see. Jamie, listen. You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that at all. I get it. Those are sponsored videos, so I am getting, some money to put those companies out there. But I get to pick from a list, and the ones that I put out are ones that I find interesting and ones that I think have potential. Just because I'm getting paid for a sponsored video does not mean that I'm going to give you guys a bunch of BS. All right? And most of these companies are not companies that are short-term holds or anything. These are companies that you want to keep an eye on, for a year or maybe 6 months. See what they're doing, get some good chart history behind them, and then possibly look for entries for long-term holds. No, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I've been saying. I want to build this community, and I'm going to be transparent. So you guys keep me in check. But just like you guys are keeping me in check, I'm going to keep you in check when you say something crazy like all OTC stocks are bad. I can't really buy it live right now. Let me see. I don't think I have any more funds left. I just traded those 2 stocks, and that was like, let me see. But this is my day trading account. I don't want to buy it on my day trading account. I've been swinging this OTC stock for a while, and I never even did any research on it. So the other distant OTCs, I've been up on this stock forever since I got in it. Been swinging it for 2 weeks. As long as it holds this uptrend, I'm going to continue to swing it. There's nothing wrong with OTC stocks, obviously. There. Right there. Actual profits off of a OTC stock. Congratulations. But hold on, if I have enough to buy some, I'll buy it on here. I don't know why I would buy it on my day trading account, but if it'll make you happy. I'm buying it with their money anyway, so it doesn't really matter. No, I'm just kidding. Now, Cirque looks pretty rough. I don't know about Cirque right now. I don't know about anything right now. The whole entire market's selling off. Yeah, look, I would be very cautious right now because we're about to crack 411. We actually did crack 411. Like, there's no support for the SPY right now until this 405. This is an ugly market. God, these people. Why are people voting these idiots in? God, this is the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. These people say such dumb stuff. These politicians have no idea what they're doing. I'm not avoiding the KTCY thing. I'm just reading these headlines and it's just stupid. 17. I got 17 bucks, so I can buy. I can buy two. I'm gonna buy two of them. I think. Let's see, 2, 6, 12. Yeah, I should be able to. I don't want to do it on my trading account, but if you want, you try to call me a hypocrite or something, I'll show you. I'll buy it. No, screw you. I'm going to buy it. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I'm going to buy these 2 shares, and I'm going to hold them for a year, and then I'm going to be a millionaire off of 2 shares. Watch. What's going on here? The bid and the ask are lower than the price. Oh, that's all right. I'll take it lower than the price. Yeah. There's not a lot of liquid, so I may not be able to even get in here. Oh, no. I got to get one. All I can get is one. The OTC fee. Let's see. Hey, I got it there. So I got one. One share of KTYCF. That's all I can afford on this account right now. So there. I own 1 share in the KTYCF. Now I do own some of DCX. One of the ones I put out a couple of weeks ago. I did buy some DCX. And I think I bought some of Bev Canada too, because I like Bev Canada a lot. You lost one point. You lost 1,500 in the stock market and then gained it back in crypto. I know that's what I've been doing. Although last night I took a couple of hits on crypto and then I got back in ICP and got out of it. Sold ICP up around 460, 470, I think, and I got in at 430. So I was able to get about a $30 rip out of that on a couple of coins, like $120 win, I think, or something. I don't know. I haven't checked it. Yeah, insane clown posse. Yeah, this stock market, man, I don't even want to touch it right now. This crazy nonsense. What does K pay? See, that's another look. That's another one. That's a big run there too. 290% on that little penny stock. Yeah, everything just kind of falling apart right now. As long as the market's selling off, there's not going to be much going on. EKSO. That is interesting. This may be one to keep an eye on. They've got expanded partnership with Kindred Health. Just bounced off of this 550 area. But it is running into a lot of resistance ahead, so it may be an issue. ISNS did crack that, but yeah, with the market still dropping, yeah, we're coming down hard. Look at this. This is getting very close to cracking 410. Well, Daniel B said the other day he did want to unsubscribe from the channel. He doesn't like where it's going. Of course, I don't think he ever liked where it was going, so, I mean, I don't know. So this is going to be an interesting couple of days to see what happens. With the market, because these could be some good dip buying opportunities if the market doesn't keep crashing. Let's look at this overall. And this is a pretty sharp dip down. That 405, 400 area is going to be interesting. See right here, U.S. indices are trading lower amid continued sell-off in equities. Come back up here. Driven by selling in growth stocks and technology stocks. Oh, what are there? What we got? Inflation concerns have also weighed on stocks. Oh, inflation. Inflation concerns. Wonder who's been saying that there's going to be inflation for the last 6 months. Well, that's good for him. I hope he did start one called Fortune Framework, and I hope he gets some subscribers. Yay, inflation. So I don't know. I may finally be right after 6 months of saying that the market was going to crash. I may finally get my chance to say I told you so after 6 months. I hope he does well with his. I hope DB does well with his channel if that's what he did. If he started a channel, I am not hating on him at all. I wonder if these markets are crashing. What is the crypto market looking like? Let's just pull up TradingView and look at a couple of things. I'm going to get going here soon so I can edit this silver video and get it posted for you guys. ICP has dropped. Let's see. Silver getting a little curl over, but gold I bet is... No, gold curling over a little bit too. Where's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin at 55,000. Bitcoin's still bullish though. I mean, this is a nice bullish run. It does have to get back over some areas. Where's Ethereum at? Ether right below 4,000, but on the daily chart, it looks like Ether's probably going to break out again because we keep getting these nice little pops up. So, Matic's back to $1. It might break over $1. Maybe an interesting play today. Let's see what the US dollar looks like today. Look at that. US dollar continuing to drop. Testing this 90 area of support. Get out of here. Not looking good. Not looking good for the stock market or the dollar. Oh, look at that. Matic breaking over $1 right now. On these cryptos. Matic may go on a run today. So some of these cryptos have heated back up. There's a couple I want to check on. Algorand. Real quick. Let's see. ICP. Let me go to the 4-hour. ICP's not looking great at the moment. XLM. XLM's alright. Mana's the one I want to keep an eye on. Okay. Those just go. Well, you lost a bet a while back, One Life, so we're even right now. Remember, you lost that one bet. I forgot what it was, but I know you lost a bet where you owe me a cup of coffee or you owe me a drink. So now we're even. Now we just have to buy our own drinks. To all of you good traders, so Orlando's not referring to me, so I'll let you guys answer that. He specifically left me out of that one. Oh, the stock market may not be different, but never before anybody who wrote any of those past books has there been cryptocurrencies involved. So I agree, the market's not any different than it normally is, other than the fact that a whole bunch of money is going into cryptos instead of the stock market. People are pulling money out of the stock market and been putting it into cryptos for the past pretty much this whole year. So the stock market is not different, but there is a huge wrench in the economics that is different. Yeah, but lettuce market has been around for a long time. The crypto market is a brand new market. You're talking about a $1 trillion market that never existed before. That's a big difference. A global $1 trillion market that has never existed before. That acts as store value, trading, vessels, interest, and all of that. Like it's not a little thing. Like if you ask any of those people who wrote those books if they ever expected there to be another $1 trillion market cap thing like crypto, they would say nah. And I bet a lot of them's probably changed the way they look at things too. Yeah, I plan on trading some crypto tonight too. Um, yeah, it is still a market. You're not getting what I'm saying. If you like, there's only so many people with so much money that can buy stuff. So if the stock market has been the big, huge market cap place where everybody's been trading, and then all of a sudden a new market cap place pops up like cryptos, and all the money starts leaving from the big market cap place of the stock market and starts going into those cryptos, well, now the whole dynamics of the stock market has changed. There has never been anything like this, not once. Like gold, silver, and the stock market have always been the investing tools in real estate. We have $1 trillion market cap thing now that is a whole new thing. So that is going to change the dynamics. You are out of your mind if you think that's not going to change the dynamics of the stock market. Because there's only so, like I said, there's only so many people who have money to buy stuff. And if all the people who have the money decide to leave the stock market, well, then the stock market is low, right? It's going to go. It's going to drop. You know. Yeah, he's making up the slack for DB. I kind of figured that. Orlando, if you like, read the books if you want. Like they're books, but here's the thing: there's not really a difference. If like I'm a visual learner and I absorb information better if I watch it than if I read it. If I read books, I don't absorb very much information. It takes me multiple times reading a book to remember half of what I read because to me it's very inefficient because I'm a slow reader also. Like I'm not spending 10 hours to read a book. I'd rather spend 10 hours I'd rather spend 1 hour watching videos and looking at some research and stuff like that than 10 hours reading a book and then spend the other 9 hours doing whatever else. Yeah, but rotation is not new, but you're rotating into something that is new. That's the dynamic change. Like there, of course, rotation is not new. Stock market goes up, then it drops, and everybody gets out. They go to gold and silver. They go to bonds. That's nothing new. Or they go to foreign markets. That's nice rotation. We have been seeing that rotation, but this time, along with the rotation, we're seeing money come out of the stock market and go into cryptos. That was not ever part of the rotation. You are adding it's rotation is circular. It's a wheel. So when you add a road spike into the middle of the rotation, you're going to pop that rotation. To rotate, it has to be circular. Cryptos is not in that circle of rotation for the last 200 years. They are just now coming. It is a road spike. And when the rotation wheel runs over that road spike, the market is going to pop and the money is going to go into crypto. And I can tell you exactly why the market is going to pop, why the market's going to drop, the stock market. Because the feds are buying 1.5 billion treasuries and whatever else a month, stocks and bonds, all that. The moment they start pulling that money out, there's going to be a $1 billion a month void in the stock market. Like that is the only reason why the market has been going up this time is because the feds have been buying and inflating it. Like I was saying earlier, the valuations of these stocks are too high. You're not getting good dividend yields because the prices are too inflated because of inflation, because of all the money printing, and because it takes a lot more dollars to buy these companies. They already are. They already are. There's plenty of hedge funds that are going on cryptos. And just to throw another wrench in the pot, Numera, I think. Ticker, it's a crypto ticker symbol NMR, I think, or Numamare, something like that. They are a San Francisco-based hedge fund on the blockchain using AI technology to trade stocks. And you don't have to buy into them or you don't have to be an accredited investor or anything like that to buy the coins, the tokens for that crypto company of that hedge fund. You can just buy the coins, and as the hedge fund continues to make money, the more money you will make off the coins. Yes, but the sectors have there's never this is not the rotation the the rotation is not the same. It's not you can't just say like that's equivalent to saying that cryptos are compared to tulips by saying that, oh, it's just rotation into the crypto markets. Yeah, that is rotation, but it's not the normal rotation that all the books and all of history has said. It's a new market that is literally going to be, if it's not already, bigger than most of all the other markets. I mean, we just saw Dogecoin the other day get over a market cap higher than Ford. I am explaining it. How do you not understand this? So, if your tire you get your tires rotated, right? Rotation is the same word. It doesn't mean anything different. It's just money circulating, rotating, circle. So, basic level, circle. When you have a circle, the circle is made stock market, precious metals, oils, commodities, futures, forex. The circle is closed. The circle has been closed for years. Now you have cryptos. Cryptos do not just slide in there nice and comfy into the circle. The cryptos have to take market cap from those areas. So when they do, the money that is rotating out of the normal circle is no longer rotating in that circle. It is going into a side market that is bigger than the whole entire circle, or that could be bigger than the whole entire circle itself. So when your tire, your nice little rotation, runs over a spike, your tire is going to go flat. All the air is going to come out of it. That is what is happening. The stock market is that tire, that rotation. Gold, silver, all of that have been in that normal rotation. Just because rotation happens over and over again does not mean that there's going to be the same outcome, especially when you bring in a whole new sector that is literally sucking the market cap away from these other sectors that were there before. if you think a circle that all of a sudden does not make the circle anymore is still the same, then have at it. Like also all of those, another thing that keep in mind too, all those books were written during the time when America was the greatest country in the world. America is slowly losing its power. They are trying to leverage the US dollar, which is already weakened. They're trying to use that against other countries as leverage, which only weakens the US dollar more. They're inflating the money like crazy, which only weakens the US dollar more. If the reserve currency is the US dollar and the US dollar is losing value, then the next currency in line will be the reserve currency, which is China's yuan. And China is already making it digital to fit in with the whole crypto run. So the US dollar is very close to not being the reserve currency anymore. That is going to change the whole dynamics of stock market and everything, economies and everything. America can get away with all this money printing and this pumping of the markets when they are the reserve currency, but the moment that they lose the reserve currency status, which they are super close to doing, then that's when all those books are going to go right out the window. But I'm not saying those books don't have any valuable lessons you can learn. At the same time, there are valuable lessons in those books. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is one of the best books you can read. That one I absolutely would read because I did read it, and it's one of the very few books that I read, and it changed the way. Once we lose it, that's when we nuke everyone. I hope not. No, I'm not taking a bath. Now that could be a possibility one life. You're not wrong. Um, I don't invest in a ton of junior minors, but I have a few junior minors. Nothing wrong with junior minors. Why are you hating on junior minors? Well, all right, guys. I'm gonna get going. Get the silver video out for you guys. So I know some of you are new to investing in silver and want to hear some tips and tricks. So that video will have some tips and tricks, but I will be getting it out here in the next couple of hours. It will be uploaded. So be sure to check that out if you're interested in the silvers or the golds, because there's tips for both in that video because they're so similar. But appreciate everybody. Yeah, top is ready. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We'll be back tomorrow. Just trade cautiously as you can in this nasty market that we're in. This very easily could continue to drop. Who knows? We'll see if the Fed swoop in again and push it back up, but just trade cautious. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Until next time.